Hey everybody, this is Brian back with Inspiring How You See That. We're the channel that talks about all different kinds of music and entertainment, and we interview some of your favorite artists. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and you'll be among the first to know when we put out new content. And today we wanted to do something a little bit different. Still music related and in the vein that we always do, but kind of a different video. And so I wanted to talk about 6 artists that are among my favorites who have unfortunately passed away. So these are people that we'll never be able to have the chance to see live again. And I absolutely love all 6 of these. And I think it's not to be morbid or anything like that. I think it's important that we remember history and that we don't just look at the here and now and the today. Because there's so much that has been fantastic for decades, for centuries. Music has been beautiful. Music has moved people. And it's still as good today as it was back then when it first came out. Now, as you'll see with these, there's going to be a very strong country influence in pretty much all of them. But these are 6 of my favorite artists that have passed on. So we'll go ahead, we'll start right in with the first one is Jim Croce. Jim had one of the greatest voices, just very smooth and a fantastic storyteller. And, I think that's going to be kind of the thread throughout all 6 of these, is that they all know how to tell a story. And that's something that I love. Make me feel something. Tell me a story that I can latch onto and I can relate to. And all these guys do that, and especially Jim Croce. And as I will with all these, I'll kind of give you a few songs of each of them to check out if you haven't heard. So with Jim, I love Operator, Bad Bad Leroy Brown, which is kind of a faster, just a fun song. And my favorite from him, the classic, Time in a Bottle. The second guy we want to talk about is another one that is absolutely amazing at telling a story, and that's Marty Robbins. Marty Robbins was a really cool character. Not only was he a great country singer, he actually raced stock cars. He raced NASCAR. So the guy was just really well-rounded and just a badass, for lack of a better term. He had that old school, Western cowboy country feel to his music, and I love that. Some of the songs that I absolutely adore, Big Iron, This Time You Gave Me a Mountain, and my favorite by him, of course, El Paso. Moving on, this guy's a legend, the Man in Black, Johnny Cash. I don't know how you could make a list of the greatest artists ever and not have Johnny Cash up near the top. And for me, he certainly is. He's a man in black for a reason. He is an icon for a reason. I mean, the guy had just hit after hit after hit. And it was not just the songs. It was not just his voice. It was the style. It was, the everyday man who in one moment will fight you and punch you in the face, and in the next moment will pray with you. That was Johnny Cash. He was flawed, but he was a good man all at the same time. And some of the songs that you're all going to know them, but of course, Ring of Fire, Boy Named Sue, Ghost Riders in the Sky, and my favorite, which is the last song he ever released. It's one of my favorite covers of all time. It's his version of Nine Inch Nails' Hurt, which, in my opinion, again, I think is much better than the original, and it's just hauntingly beautiful. So check out Johnny Cash. Next on our list, John Denver. John Denver, that down-home country boy and that sound that everybody knows and everybody likes. I mean, Rocky Mountain High. I literally, so my dad and I, we went to a Disturbed show in Cleveland. Disturbed, heavy metal, love Disturbed. In between the opening act and Disturbed, there's always the break where they're switching out everything on the stage. People are going to use the restroom, they're getting beer, doing all this. Rocky Mountain High came on, and they played it. This whole stadium of metalheads started singing Rocky Mountain High. And it was awesome. It was one of those things where you're like, is this really happening? And it was one of the coolest things I've ever experienced. Everybody loves that song. In addition to that, he's got Annie's Song and Take Me Home Country Road. Coming in at number 5, and this is a guy that, growing up was a huge inspiration, a hero of mine. I've done an artist spotlight on him, and that's the one and only Chris LeDoux. I love Chris LeDoux. I think Chris LeDoux is, to me, the quintessential country music star, because he not only sang it, he lived it. He was a record-breaking bareback rider, the Bronco rider. He's in the Rodeo Hall of Fame. I mean, the guy is a legitimate cowboy. So when he sings his songs about being a cowboy, living the country life, he knows it. That is his soul coming through in those songs. And I absolutely adore Chris LeDoux's music. Among the plethora of songs he has, Stampede, Billy the Kid, and my favorite by him, Hooked on an 8-Second Ride. And the final one we want to talk about is George Jones, the Possum. George Jones is one of those guys that, he didn't necessarily have the great voice. He had a good voice, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't the greatest of singers. But when it came to his songs, nobody can touch it. Nobody can touch what he did with his songs. And again, he just had that ability to connect with you as a listener. And you knew exactly what he was feeling and where he was when he's singing these songs. The guy was incredible. Among the awesome songs, The Grand Tour, The Race Is On, and my all-time favorite song, that This and Dream On, are always at the top for me. He Stopped Loving Her Today. If that song comes on, it's like everything else stops. It's like everybody shut up and listen because it's He Stopped Loving Her Today time. And so, George Jones, like all these guys, we miss you guys. But we're so thankful that you gave us the incredible music and the memories and experiences that we all cherish to this day. And frankly, I think forever will. So let us know, who are some of the artists that have passed on that you absolutely love and you wish that you could hear some more from them. Let us know what you think of these 6 guys. As always, thank you for spending this time with us. We love you guys. God bless, and rock on.